What does having an intimate relationship with yourself look like? Well, it's putting yourself first and foremost. I made a previous video about having having a relationship with yourself as being the most important relationship because this relationship is going to translate into other relationships. The relationship with yourself is going to let you learn about what true love is. You're going to learn about love with other people, and it might not be true for you because the love that you're looking for, you're not gonna find it in the external world. You're not gonna search for it in the external world unless you love yourself first. Unless you learn to love yourself first, right? When we learn to love ourselves first, we know where love is in the external world. We automatically know where love is looking for us in the external world. Because love will find you when you love yourself first. So you have to be in an intimate relationship with yourself to learn love, right? Again, you at first we come out in this world, right? Learning what relationship is from our template relationships, right? The template relationships meaning the relationships outside of us where we first learn to know what relationship is. Because before that, we were just pure soul, pure spirit, right? Brought into this world with a blank slate. We didn't know what a relationship is. And our first experience with a relationship is with our parents or caregivers or anybody that we had a relationship with when we were first brought out into this world. So, with that, we automatically think, we subconsciously think that that is the be all end all of relationships. And sometimes we get upset that we might not find the perfect match. We might not find the people that understand us the most because we think the relationships that we experience in the external world is the be all end all. And that's when we start to feel alone. That's when we start to feel misunderstood. But the moment you feel alone, the moment you feel misunderstood, that is when you need yourself the most. That is when you need to be intimate with yourself the most. That is when you start to learn to love yourself the most. When you start to have an intimate relationship with yourself, that's when you start to understand what love is. Love is unexplainable. When you learn to be in an intimate relationship with yourself first. How does being in an intimate relationship with yourself first look like? Like I said, you need to understand yourself. If you're being misunderstood, understand yourself. Understand understand what you're feeling. Right? You need to get in touch with how you're feeling. You need to observe what you're feeling. Don't react to what you're feeling. Right? When you're intimate with yourself, you can sit with your feelings. You can sit with your emotions. Right? You can observe your emotions. And by observing, you allow them to stay. You allow them to go because they will go as soon as you become aware of them. This is how we practice communication. We practice communication with ourselves through observing our emotions, through understanding our emotions, through understanding our soul, our spirit. And when we start to understand our soul, our spirit, when we start to understand our emotions, when we start to be aware of our emotions, when you start to give space for your emotions to come up, when you start to observe, when you start to allow and have space for your emotions to come up, you're practicing love, right? You are practicing love, right? You will experience love for yourself. When you experience love for yourself, When you practice all these things within you, it will automatically be shifted in the external world. It will automatically shift towards the other relationships you are experiencing. And I promise you, you will start to feel like you can operate in any type of relationship, because that's what love is. Love doesn't discriminate. Love allows space. Love is allowing. So when you start to allow yourself, you allow others. I'm not saying you tolerate certain things, but you allow people to just be, because you learn to allow yourself to be. That is how we practice relationships, by first allowing ourselves to relate to ourselves.